Okay, good afternoon, class. So the lesson will be a bit shorter because of the test you have written. Okay, you guys had some homework. You were busy with graphs, straight line graphs, no? Whoops, that's grade 10.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yes. Wait, you was here somewhere. What was homework, people? The sums that you have not completed, okay? So let's do this. So, looking at the first one. Looking at the first one. So what 2.1 we've done, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 5, 6. We didn't do 7. Right, let's do 2.7 again. I'm going to move this over. Alright, so we can have some working space. No? The 2.7, Gatos. The sum was 4y minus x plus 8 is equal to 0. Right. So, might have been wrong, no? Might be right. Right. So we got x-intercept. What do we do for the x-intercept? We'll let y equal 0. So 4 times 0 minus x plus 8 equals 0. Gone. So x equal to 8. Y-intercept. What do you do for y-intercept? Let x equal to 0. So 4y minus 0 plus 8 is 0. So 4y is negative 8. Y is negative 2. Right, so what do we do with that? Here's my goal. Minus 6. I'm going to take minus x over the equal sign, becomes plus x. Otherwise, if we take 8 over, it becomes minus 8. Minus x minus equals minus 8 is x equal to 8. So I divide both sides by negative as well. Okay. So if we draw, let's draw. You got the y and your x, no? 0. X is 8 by approximation. Y is negative 2. Take a ruler. Dagatos. Okay, all agree with that? Any confusion? Right. Let us aangaan. No? What do you say? Let us proceed. How do you say that in Africa? Afrikaans. What? Afrikaans. Right. 2.8. We didn't do that one. Let's look at 2.8. 2.8. Y-intercept. What do you do for y-intercept? Y-intercept, we let x equal to 0. So this equation would read y is equal to 0. X-intercept, let y equal to 0. 0 is equal to y. 0 is equal to x, sorry. So hang on. This graph is going through that point. Not so? But however, that graph could look like that, it could look like this, it could look like that, it could look like that, it could look like that. There's infinite amount of straight lines that's going through the origin. Not so?
Yes, sir.
So what do? Nothing? No. Whenever this is the case, we generate another point. We only need 2 points to draw a line. Not so? Yes. So what we do in this case is we generate another point that's lying on this line. And I always choose the value 1. So I say let x equals 1. You could have let x equal to 5, you let x equal to 12, you let x equal to minus 3, it doesn't matter. But I always let x equal to 1. Okay. So if that is the case, what do we have? Y is equal to 1. So it will be 1 and 1. So definitely going through the origin, 0 and 0, it's coming from here. And if x is 1, y is 1, which is that point. So there we go, the graph. Alright. Okay. Let's look at the other side of those sums. Second column. Here. Right, 2.11 is also one of those. Let me show you how to do that one. 2.11 with x equal to 2y. So where do we start? X-intercept. Let y equal to 0. So x is equal to 2 times 0, which is 0. Y-intercept. What do you do for y-intercept? X equal to 0. So 0 is equal to 2y. Divided by 2. So x is 0. But people, as I told you before, we need another point on this graph. So what did I tell you? What do? We let x equal 1. If x is equal to 1, 1 is equal to 2y. Divide by 2 both sides. Therefore, y is equal to a half. Make sense, people? So what is the coordinate here? It's 1 and half. So we say yes, it must go through 0 and 0. But if x is 1, by approximation, y is a half. Can you see that, people? So it's 1 and half. So the graph is going through like that. You see me using a ruler? Alright. Jy daar aan besig, né? You're busy. Huh? You're always so busy. Up and down. Yeah. No, only in maths. You don't want to be here. Oh, you say yes, you don't want to be here. Okay. It's fine. Right, people, you guys understand? Right, so. Any confusion here? Now you can do the sum, no? Right, let's do for 2.13. 2.13. Wie is gelijk aan 4x. Right, y-intercept. Let x equal to 0. One day maybe I will become Afrikaans teacher. Y is equal to 0. X-intercept, maar dat stick to me. X-intercept. Let y equal to 0. So 0 is equal to 4x divided by 4 both sides. X is 0. Again, one of those Mickey Mouse ones. So what do? Let x equal to 1. We say let x equal to 1. So y is equal to 4 times 1, which is 4. So this coordinate is what? 1 and 4. If x is 1, y is 4. We're going to go through there and there. With our ruler, we connect the dots. No? Do what we do best. They tell us they saw somebody over the weekend and we just connect dots. What they're doing together and all of those stuff. No? Yes. No? Yeah, I know. Right? Then, number 2.17. 2.17, that's an easy one. Y is equal to 4. So we go 4 here under y. And there we go. This line will always be parallel to the x. That's going through 4, no? Y. X-axis and y. Okay. You all agree with that? Formulae? You alright? You okay? Right, next, 2.18. So 2y plus x plus equals 4. X-intercept, what do? We let y equal to 0. So 2 times 0 plus x equals 4. X equal to 4. Y-intercept, what do? Let x equal to 0. So 2y plus 0 equals 4. So 2y is 4. Y is 2. X is 4. Going through those 2 points. That point there? That point. Okay. Let's carry on with our lives as if nothing is happening. Right? 2.9. Right, all 4 of these graphs I must draw. Not so? 2.9. You got 4y plus 5x plus 20 equals 0. Where do we start? X-intercept with y equal to 0. Not so? So x is equal to negative 4. Y-intercept let x equal to 0. Y is equal to negative 5. Is that correct? Negative 5 by approximation. Negative 4, of course, will less than negative 5. We take our ruler, and there we go. Takatos. Yeah? 0, y, and x. Okay. 2.10. X is equal to 2. There we go. It's 1, 2. 2 on your x. No? For those of you who have 2 x's. Right? Oh, obvious. We have 2 x's. Right? That will be parallel to your y axis. You all agree with that? Right? X is equal to 2. For those of you who think you have 2 x's, but nobody knows about it, good. X is minus 2. There we go. Okay? Any confusion? No. Next one. For 2.19, x-intercept at y equal to 0, not so? So x equal to 2. Y-intercept at x equal to 0. Y is equal to minus 3. Yeah, I can't believe it's so easy. I can't help it. Everything in maths is so easy. Yes. And there we go. Sorry? Not O, it's a 0, no? She's asking why is y minus 3. Because when we worked out our y-intercept, we let x equals 0, not O, 0. So 3 times 0 minus 2 is equal to 6. That's gone. So minus 2 is equal to 6 divided by negative 2 both sides. That's why y is equal to 3. Okay. Is it negative 3? Yeah, negative 3. Absolutely. Alright. Did I give you any other homework? No. Why didn't you, when you left here, you so little homework? Huh? Right, so today we're going to look at, we don't have maths time left. So today we're looking at, we first get a textbook. Yes? Pythagoras. Nice. Okay. You can do that tomorrow. Just remind me like you did today, tomorrow. No? Because I don't have time now. Because I don't want to rush the explanation of this work that's coming. But at this point you finish with the chapter on Pythagoras. Yeah. Yes. I'm not going to let you go to the toilet, no? So you drink all time water, now you're going to go to the toilet later on. At home, you don't use this toilet. You're gonna get sick.
I'm afraid to say. I don't have it so
You only pee at school, not in the toilet. Oh, yet. Okay. Okay, listen. Classes now. We passed this, we passed that. We're done with that. We're number 7 now. Finding the equation from the table. Finding equation from the table. Write that heading down. Finding the equation. The cycle test. Who's marking it? So we're waiting. As anxious as you are for the paper, I'm just as anxious. I also want to see the mark. You fail. Nah, you can't fail. Okay, here we're going. So finding the equation from a table or the table. So a table with values represents a few coordinates on the graph. Okay? So we know that this is -3 and -9 in coordinate form. Not so. This is -2 and -7. That is -1 and -5. This is -1 and -1, 2 and 1, and so on and so on. Okay. So from a table, an x and a y, we know that those together forms a coordinate. Not so? No, don't throw it. This is an example. So they say, remember every point in coordinate form on the graph satisfy the equation of the graph. Okay, all agree. You all understand it, no? Because if you look at, just take you a couple of steps back, when we spoke about the initial coordinates, when we drew up the table, you remember? We drew up a table. The table then formed coordinates, and we managed to draw a straight line graph going through them. Not so? You guys remember this? This was our first lesson. Now, we're going to work in the reverse. Yeah. So it says here, remember, every point in coordinate form on the graph satisfies the equation of the graph. Not so? Remember when we put the x in, we got the y. Yes. And later on, we put the y in, we got the x out. You remember? Yes. So, exactly that. Method. From the table, determine the relationship between x and the y values, namely m. You can remember what does m denote? M is a gradient. Now, this you can write down. The gradient is equal to delta y over delta. Yes, you remember. Now, there's an equation that this goes with, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And we can say that, you see here, y4 minus y3 is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y6 minus y5 over x6 minus x5 is the same as that, which is the same as that. We could have also said that y6 minus y1 over, what would it be over? x6, yes, minus x1. You guys understand? Yes. Or I could have said y5 minus y2 over x5 minus x2, and so on and so on and so on. Do you guys understand? You have to see now the application of it. that is something I need you to write down, is that the gradient is equal to delta y over delta x, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Play musical chairs, Miss Van Boom.
No, sir, I couldn't.
Now, if you can never see from the back, why are you always sitting at the back?
No, I can see from the back.
But yeah, you moved because you can't
I
see.
couldn't see this, so then I don't see.
Okay. Alright. So we are told to substitute any points coordinates in the form y is equal to calculate c. Right. Here we go. So in pursuit of calculating, remember here in question 1, this example 1 on page. Example 1 and this on page. '68. Example 1 on page 68. We are told determine the equation of the line. Were you sitting here all the time? What lesson do you must know?
No, of course not.
Okay, so it's fine.
Yes, sir.
I didn't even know she I almost sent her around the class to collect all the papers. Okay, determine the equation of the line if the following points lies on it. So what we do is we choose a set of points. Okay. If we choose these two people and those two, it's the same as choosing that two and that two, or that two and that two and that two and that two. And you understand? It doesn't matter which two set of points we're going to use. Verstaan julle? Ja, meneer ons verstaan. Moet jy sê. Okay. So, I'm going to go with that one and this one. Is it okay, people? Right. So the first thing is they ask you to determine the equation of the line. So the standard form of the equation of a line is in the form of y equals mx plus c. How do you work out the gradient? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay. So we always start off with the equation of the gradient. That's all. So if we choose, let's say we're going with minus 3 and minus 9 and minus 1 and minus 5. If I make this x1, this will be y1. It won't be y2 or y7. If you make this x2, then this would be y2. You guys understand? So we write down our formula first. Now formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So you do the substitution quickly into the formula. Do the substitution into this formula quickly. Okay, so what's my y2 value? Negative 5 minus y1, which is negative 9 over negative 1 minus negative. Do you see that, people? Right, work that out quickly. Alright, so what does this give us? Negative 5 plus 9 over negative 1 plus 3, which is 4 over 2, which is 2. Not so? Alright. No, is it right? Right. Now, you see, let's work out the gradient if we chose another point. Let's choose that one there and this one there. If we had gone with those two, let's see what would happen. No, we don't normally work it out twice. No, we just work it out once. But let's say the point was 1 and minus 1 and 3 and 3. Work out the gradient now. That is x1, y1, x2, y2. Sorry? Now I'm just grouping it so because I'm always going to use the formula in this form. Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay. Why get so upset? Dueling, what's your answer? Do it, I'm waiting for you. Finish. Okay. So we say 3 was y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 is 3 minus 1. Remember that negative is that negative there. Can you see?
Yes.
Over 3, which is x2, 3 minus 1. So it's going to be 3 plus 1 over 3 minus 2 is 3 minus 1 is 2. 4 over 2, which is 2. What do you notice? Same. If I choose any 2 points from this table to work out the gradient, it will always be the same. You guys understand? Why? Because why it's drawn from a straight line. Yes?
So will it always be m becomes y2 minus y1 over
Yes, it will always be, the gradient will always be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay. Do not put x on top. No? Some people do that. They put the x on top and you get the whole sum. Okay. So now you're making up your own formulas. But like I said, people, listen. We only do this once. We don't do it on more than one point. You guys understand? So now what we do is we say, okay, the equation of this line is in the form of y equals mx plus c, not so? So what's the equation now? Y equals m. What is m? M is 2. So it's going to be 2x plus c. So y is equal to 2x plus c. But if you look at this here, c is your y-intercept, not so, but we don't know what the y-intercept is. But remember, when we put the x in, we get the y out, not so. So what we do is we're going to substitute one of the 2 points I've used. Let's go substitute this one here. Let's substitute -1 and -1. Let's substitute -1 and -1. In coordinate form, that is a x and a y. So do the substitution quickly. And then you solve for c from it. What's wrong? Nice, it's fine. Wherever you see a y, we're going to put a -1. Wherever you see a x, we're going to put a? What don't you understand? Pleasure. Listen, sometimes in our lives, no? We understand it, but we don't want to accept that we understand. Because it's so easy. No? So you don't want to say, yes, you understand. It can't be so easy, so let's say that we don't understand. No. Would you friends? Itu beda aja, friend. No? Would you friend? Huh? Oh, everyone is your friend. Okay. Oh, nice. Alright, here we go. Listen. We got -5 equals x is -1. So it's 2 times -1 plus c. So that's going to give you -2 plus c is equal to -5 over. So we got -5 plus 2 equals c. So therefore, y equals, it will be 2x minus. Remember the gradient is 2. It's 2. Okay. So what I want you guys to do for homework, I'm going to give you 3 sets of points. 3 sets of points. Okay? So it's going to be A, which is 6 and 7, and B, which is 8 and 9. That's the first one. That's number 1. Number 2, you got C, point C, which is 2 and 1, make 2 negative, and D, which is 4 and minus 2. Right? And then 3, you're going to have E, 0 and 6, and F, which is -2 and 0. I want you guys to determine the equation of the straight line graph. Okay? Exactly as we did here, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then you substitute it. People, this is before you leave. I could have substituted any of these 2 points. I could have substituted. If I had substituted that point in, you would have gotten the same answer. Okay? Who's going to put that in the group fast? Walaikum salam. Go straight home after school. Papa, where's Papa? You put it in the group?